And with that, the model was done. Since a stand will make testing the 3D printed model easier, I added a center of mass to identify the model's fulcrum, which is centered between driving wheel A and B. Then I designed a stand that the model rests on, but also constrains side to side and forward and back movements. With that done, I just needed to decide what parts would be printed on which machine. Now, part of this decision was made while modeling, because I knew I wanted the chassis and wheels to be printed in Onyx on our Markforged X7. Parts with simple geometries and easily identifiable flat faces are ideal for FDM printing. I also prefer printing round parts with FDM because they typically turn out a bit truer to round than on SLA. The same can also be said for parts that need to be flat. However, when printing a part on FDM is going to be a pain, SLA is the perfect alternative. Look at these linkages. Many of them are thin. They have small geometries and details, and lack any kind of obvious orientation for FDM printing. These are destined for the Form 4. I also knew the cylinders would be printed on the Form 4 because I wanted optical clarity, which can only be achieved with SLA, and Formlabs Clear V5 is arguably the best, most optically clear 3D printing resin out there. With the decision made on where all the parts would be printed, I mirrored the components that feature geometry specific to one side, which was only the cylinder, the crosshead/drive piston assembly, the crosshead guide, chassis, drive wheel C, expansion link, and support beams. My last step was to build the BOM for all the hardware and place the order with McMaster. Once the order was placed, it was time to begin printing.